Today I'll be starting the chapter Active and Passive Voice. Open your grammar book, chapter number 15, page number 106. Okay. So what is an active voice and what is a passive voice? When the subject of the verb is the doer of the action, we say that it is in the active voice. When the subject is the doer of the action. Okay. When the subject is the doer of the action, we say that it is in the active voice. And passive voice, when something is being done on the subject. A verb in the passive voice, when it tells us what is done to a person or thing, the subject is the receiver of the action, okay? Not the doer, but rather the receiver of the action. Then we say that it is in the passive voice. And obviously we can understand that for transitive verbs only we have this voice change. Okay. So when the subject is doing the action, we say that it is in the verb is in the active voice, and when the something is being done on the subject, or it is rather the receiver of the action, we say that the verb is in the passive voice. Okay. Now for different kinds of tenses, we would be learning one by one how to change from one form to the other. That is, how to change from the active voice to the passive voice. Let us begin with the present tense. So the general information which you should remember for all the tenses is that the object of the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. And when there are more than one object in the sentence, either of the two objects can become the subject in the passive voice. Okay. So first thing which you have to remember is that object of the verb in the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. Okay. Say, Rani threw a ball. So what is the object? Ball. And this is the subject. The subject is doing the work, and so it is in the active voice, right? When the subject is the doer of the action, the verb is in the active voice. Now, if we want to change it to the passive voice, the object of the active voice becomes the subject in the passive voice. So, ball will become the subject. A ball threw, past tense, was thrown. Now, I will tell you the rules of changing. Okay, and this one becomes the passive voice. Okay. Threw. Threw is in the past tense, Shupriyo, so the answer will also be in the past tense. Okay. Yeah, you can see the board, I can guess it. Now let us come to the rules of changing from one form to another form. Okay. Let me see how many minutes are left for this class. The class gets over at 10:50, right? Okay. It's 10:41. Good. So let us begin. So the tense, I'm writing the tense in this column: active and passive. Examples you will write, okay? You will write the examples. Now let us begin with present tense. Okay. Simple present. In the active voice, the simple present, the verb form is the V1 form or the root verb. You all know V1, V2 and V3. If I write V1, V2 and V3, it will be alright for you. Let me just tell you. V1 is the root verb. Okay. That is the present form of the verb. V2 is the past form and V3 is the past participle form. Okay. You all know about this V1, V2 and V3. I hope you do. Right? So, for the present tense, yes, I can see that you have written. You know about it. Good. So, for the simple present tense, the active voice is in the V1. Passive voice will be is, am, are plus V3. Okay. So, when you are converting it into the passive voice, it will be is, am or are plus V3. Number 2 is present continuous. Present continuous is, are, am or are plus ing form of the root verb, right? This is normal present continuous tense, that is when it is in the active voice. When you are changing into the passive voice, it will become is, am, are plus being, being plus V3. Can you see the board? Just wait for a while. Let me get rid of the extra. Okay, can you see the whole board? Is, am or are plus being, being plus V3. That means according to the subject you will write this. Okay. Now come to past perfect tense. Present perfect tense. Number 3. Okay, present perfect tense has or have plus V3 and the passive form will be according to the subject has or have plus be, and been plus V3. Okay. present perfect tense has this form, okay? Has or have plus been plus V3. Write in examples on your own. Make this chart in your copy, but here the examples should be written in all the columns, okay, of your own, according to the sentence, according to the rule, okay. That means you will write a sentence here, the same you will change into the passive voice. That is your extra work. Now present perfect continuous tense doesn't have any passive voice. Did you get it, all of you? The present form. Now come to the past tense. Okay, now come to the past tense. Okay, tense, active, passive. Start with the simple past. For simple past, the active voice, the verb is in this form, V2, simple. In the passive voice, it will be was or were according to the subject plus V3. Okay. Number 2, past continuous. Was or were plus ing form of the root verb. For the passive voice, it will be was or were plus being, being plus V3. Okay. Come to number 3, that is past perfect. In the active voice, the past perfect form is had plus V3. In the passive voice, it will be had plus BEEN, been plus V3. Done? All of you can hear? All of you can see the board? Had plus been plus V3. And again, past perfect continuous tense doesn't have a passive voice. Okay. Okay. Now come to future tense. Till this much everybody has understood? Everybody has written? Okay. Now come to good, very good. Come to the future tense. Future tense, only 2 forms are there of passive, that is simple future and future perfect. Simple future in the active voice is will or shall plus V1, right? Will or shall plus V1. And in the passive voice, it will be will or shall plus be plus V3. Okay. Number 2, future perfect. Will or shall plus have plus V3. And in the passive voice, the same thing will be there, only a be, doubly and been will be added to it. Will or shall plus have plus be, doubly and been plus V3. Okay, so here are all the rules of the active passive voice, how you can change from one form to the other form. Okay, now in the next class we are going to start with the exercises of the chapter. I hope all of you have written the examples as well in the column, and the chart has been drawn neatly in your copy. Okay students, today I'm going to wrap up here. On Thursday I'm going to revise with you the grammar syllabus of PT2. Bye students.